Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. We are all about gaining some financial independence so that we have more choices and options available. It's not the money that we want, it's the freedom that comes from having the money. So there's been a lot going on. We're getting closer to being done with the house that my goal is November 1st. Not sure if we're going to make that or not. It's going to be close, that's for damn sure. It's probably going to be working every weekend from here on out to make sure that that happens. The other thing that's going on is supposedly I'm supposed to be having a guy coming in and we're going to hire. And I really do need somebody that's got skills, put them on the payroll so that we can get some things accomplished. We've got multiple projects that need our attention, and the other thing is it would be great to have another person so that I'm able to take on some jobs from what I call the outside, which is working for other people, and have that income coming into the company so that we're not always using our money to make repairs and do things, because whenever we do that, there's less money in the company, so we're not able to grow like I would like for us to. And one of the things that, not this past week, well, yeah, I guess it was this past week, we acquired 5 more units. 4 of those are rented currently there's a 2-1 that's going for $550. There's a 1-1 that's going for $335, a studio at $325, and then a 1-1 at $335, okay? All of those rents are hugely, grossly under market as far as the exact value of them. One of them has a lease that's not up till year, and went by there yesterday, dropped off a letter on what's the proper procedure to pay rent with the new company, that's us, and there's a very suspect transaction happening in the driveway. And I'm going to end up having a talk with the gentleman today. We got an electrician going over there today that has to do some repairs. One of the units, there's a triplex and then a duplex. The bottom of the duplex caught fire. And so the fire marshal got involved, and there's a number of, we'll call them violations or things that need to be corrected. And so we're being proactive with that. Part of the situation is that when you when you receive a property, you buy a property from a landlord, and they have not been very active with their property as far as making repairs, keeping it up, things of that nature. You walk into a situation where you have disgruntled tenants. And this is basically one of those situations. It was a great deal. And so, there's a lot of what we call value add. And that's that you can do some things and make the value of it go up. You can make the cash flow go up. And yesterday, one of the things that I did was I dropped a letter off on how much rent is going to be going up. Not for the month of October, okay, because in my state, you do have to give them 30 days before you raise the rent. So these rent increases will be effective on November 1st. And the thing about it is that even with going up $200 on the 3 units that are on month to month, that's still under $600 each. And that is way under market rate in this town. I get for a studio that was less than 200 square feet. Utilities included, okay, utilities included. We got $850 a week or $850 a month for that, and that property rented within 72 hours, okay? And so now I will say this, these units need work. They need a lot of work. They've been neglected for a long time. And so there's nothing more than I would love to go in there, have it totally empty, and just gut the place completely down to the studs and go back new with it, okay? And one of my moves with this property that is feasible is something of that nature if I was inclined to do it. And it would be a great exit strategy because we could get the value of the place up to a point where we might even be able to work a flip with this. And that would be a great move for us as a company due to that would be a huge of cash coming in the sense of, and then that would give me cash for payroll materials to do. I still have 2 more units that are left that have not been done, and once those are completed, we're totally 100% in business as far as everything is able to be rented, and everything would be rented at that time. I say all of this to make sure that you calculate your decisions, okay? And the thing is that I don't want to squeeze these people to where they leave, all right? It won't be any problem getting the place rented. The thing is that for the qualifications that I use on the tenants that I rent to, I don't think any of these people would qualify. One of the biggest things is that I require at least 2 times whatever the rent is in income, okay? And I know for sure that one of these units, they only get like $900 a month, and it's a couple, and so they both get, some type of check each month. And so they're able to eat, live, pay utilities, all that kind of stuff, but they wouldn't qualify, and they know this, and they know that they don't qualify anywhere virtually in town where they would get a place that's even semi-decent. So it's a unique situation, and I'm trying to be, for lack of better words, as general as possible. However, we have got to charge more money to be able to put more money into the place to give them a home that they're able to be proud of. And so you have a balance in the sense of where a person's perception of value is and what it is that they actually are paying, or what the rate is for what they would want. Everybody wants a Bentley for $50,000. It ain't happening. That's all there is to it. So the thing is that you've got to have a common ground to come together on. So that's one of the things that's going on with me. This morning we're going to be setting the bathtub at the property that we're working on, that we're trying to get done by November 1st. And once that's done, then I can go ahead and get Carla on putting tile up in the bathroom, because basically the 2 things that are going to squeeze us the hardest on doing that house in particular is going to be the kitchen and the bathroom. And the bathroom is going to be a whole week by itself, from putting all the tile in and everything, because basically that's going to be about 2 days. You can only, and we're going to do tile around the bathtub, and you can only do so much of that before you get to a point where you have to stop and let it dry, because you have so much weight that it's going to cure and everything's going to be funky. Even with using spacers and everything, generally speaking, we like to go a third as far as courses going up, but do a third of the way, a third of the way, and a third of the way. Or depending on the size of the tile, you might be able to get away with half, but you really don't want to do the whole thing all at one time because there's so much weight. Then you got to figure you got a day of grouting and cleaning on that as well. So there you go. Yeah. And the other thing is I don't know exactly what it is that I want to do with the flooring. And I would love to go back and do the floor's concrete. I would love to paint it and do some type of design with it and whatnot, because that by far is the best floor that you can put in a rental. It's absolutely bulletproof. You know, the second is probably going to be tile. The only two things I found that damage tile are dropping a bowling ball on it and a fire extinguisher. Otherwise, ain't too much that's going to bust up the having to do with the tile. So, you know, we'll just have to see. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Very blessed. Got a lot, you know, like I said, you know, a lot of things happening, and I'm making decisions that I never thought I would be making in my life. So that's way cool. And, you know, one of the things that I have found with myself that I have really started doing is telling more people no. No, I'm not taking on this job. No, I'm not doing that. And I'm becoming a lot more selective on who it is that I work for. Now, that's a blessing, because the business is doing so well that it's self-supporting and we can make payroll. There's not a whole lot of money left over once you do that. And so it's, you know, you still want an influx of cash coming from the outside, okay, to try to do as best as possible. You know, it works well when you do it like that. Sometimes it doesn't. For us, it does. And, you know, I am very blessed to be in a situation where I can be very choosy on who it is that I go to work for. And you people have taught me that. You know, people that have been in a position where I want to get to have told me the magic of having basically that fuck you money is insurmountable. There is a total amount of freedom when you wake up in the morning and you know you can go back to bed, and you know you can get any vehicle that you want to be able to drive. You can just go down and sign your name because your credit's good, you got money, you got this, you got that. There's a huge amount of freedom in knowing that I got this. This is no problem. And so the thing is that I like to enjoy that, and I want more of it. And so that's why I keep doing this, and I'm recording this video at 3:30 in the morning. I hope you have a fantastic day. Get you some hustle in the mug. Be blessed. Bye-bye.